This video will explain how to make sure your writing stays in one verb tense consistently. Oftentimes when students write narrative compositions, they start out in past tense, like the writing has happened a year ago or a day ago, but as time goes on, they switch to present tense because they start to picture themselves in the situations. So then it sounds like the events took place today. You have to stay in one tense the entire time. So what I'm going to do is this passage here is written in two tenses. It switches between present and past tense. I'm going to revise this passage so that it's completely in past tense. I'm going to start out by reading one sentence at a time. We'd been driving for 5 hours when we finally saw a sign for Martinez. We had been. That's past tense. It already happened. Also saw. That's past tense of see. So far this is all in past tense. Next it says, what I see horrifies me. What I see horrifies me. That sounds like it's happening right now. So this is a tense issue. This is written in present tense. I need it to be past. So I'm going to change see to saw. And I'm going to change horrifies to horrified. Looming in front of us were huge smokestacks for some sort of large factory. Well, let's see, we've got the smokestacks were looming in front of us, so this sentence is in past tense. The billowing clouds of chemicals being emitted caused a putrid stench that began filling our car. Let's see, emitted, caused. Everything here is in past tense, so it's okay. Began. Wow, my grandma remarked. Martina seems to be very industrial. Everything there's past tense, remarked, so it happened in the past. Way to be positive, I say. Those are so ugly, and what's that awful smell? I hope this whole town isn't like this. Now, the dialogue is okay, but the speech tag has a problem. I say. That sounds like it's happening right now, but this happened in the past, so I need to change it to I said. We found our exit and drive down a small winding road until we reach the center of Martinez. This first part's okay. We found. Found is a past tense verb for find. But if you notice here, it says drive. I need it to be past tense, so it should say drove. We found our exit and drove down a small winding road until we reached the center of Martinez. This one still has one more problem. Reach is a present tense verb. It needs to be past tense, so I need to add the ed ending. We reached the center of Martinez. What we found was encouraging. Oh, good, look. Found, was, so this is in past tense already. Leafy trees lined the main street, and quaint old buildings housed antique shops and cute little restaurants. So let's see, we've got lined, that's past tense. Quaint old buildings housed, that's past tense. So this sentence is okay. I'm beginning to feel better. I'm beginning to feel better. That sounds like I'm talking right now about things that are happening right now. This needs to change. It should say I was, not I am. I was beginning to feel better. The street reminds me of downtown Ashland. Once again, we've got a tense problem here. Reminds, that's like it's happening right now. That's present tense. I need to change that so that it's reminded. So now I'm going to reread. Let's see if it sounds better. We'd been driving for 5 hours when we finally saw a sign for Martinez. What I saw horrified me. Looming in front of us were huge smokestacks for some sort of large factory. The billowing clouds of chemicals being emitted caused a putrid stench that began filling our car. Wow, my grandma remarked. Martinez seems to be very industrial. Way to be positive, I said. Those are so ugly, and what's that awful smell? I hope the whole town isn't like this. We found our exit and drove down a small winding road until we reached the center of Martinez. What we found was encouraging. Leafy trees lined the main street, and quaint old buildings housed antique shops and cute little restaurants. I was beginning to feel better. The street reminded me of downtown Ashland. There we go. Now it's all in past tense like it's happened in the past and revised correctly. So when you write, make sure you keep all of your writing in past tense like it's already happened, not in present.